today I'm going to be doing just a really brief chat about the power of self-publishing and how your expertise is worth millions. And so I felt it was extremely important to come and talk about this today, because oftentimes when people think about self-publishing, they only limit it to, thinking that they have to, assume all the responsibilities of the process of publishing a book, or publishing, whatever it is that they create. But I want to challenge you to think about self-publishing in a different way. I want to challenge you to think about, to shift your perspective of self-publishing. So first and foremost, before we dive into that, my name is Jasmine Womack. I'm known as the Jasmine Womack across all social media platforms, and I help women executives and high-earning entrepreneurs to write a new story and publish your next level life through writing, through self-publishing your thought leadership books, empire building, and identity upgrading. And so what this means is that not only do I help you to publish books, but I help you to publish your next level of life. That means creating and implementing your productivity systems. That means packaging your expertise into books, into coaching programs, into corporate trainings, live events, and also using them to create massive impact and massive income. I want you to know that your expertise is literally worth millions. Chances are, if you're watching this, you're already spending your days, or you have already invested days, time, years, potentially decades into helping organizations, into helping schools create massive shifts in their organization. So whether you're in management, whether you're in leadership, the work that you do has a ripple effect. That ripple effect can be seen in income retention. It can be seen in employee retention. It can be seen in student results. Whatever it is you do, you are helping to create massive impact and growth in your industry. But I think there comes a point in time in everyone's life where they're like, all of the things that they've been doing, they have been, investing in time, effort, energy into planting seeds, into doing the work and watering where they're planted. While your goals, while your ambitions, while your dreams have often been put on the back burner. Either because you felt like you didn't have time, you didn't have the energy, you didn't have the capacity, and in some cases, you just didn't have the step-by-step blueprint or the step-by-step know-how. And I'm here to let you know that if you have the desire to create productivity systems in your life, in your business, if you have the desire to really step into and create that next level version of yourself, I don't care what level you're on professionally or personally, all of us have a next level version of ourselves. That next level version of yourself could be ambitious, or it could be, listen, I want to do less and create addition. I want to do less while multiplying my income. I want to do less while really, really focusing in on my family and on life and on those things that I enjoy. So whatever that is, becoming that next level version of yourself. Let me tell you something. It takes a process, because it's not going to happen just overnight. It's going to require you to show up differently. It's going to require you to think differently. It's going to require you to do things in a different way in order to attain and achieve whatever that next level is for yourself. It's going to require you to make some adjustments. It's going to require you to begin to not just reassess, but actually strategically create a life and business by design, and accomplishing those things that you've been putting on the back burner. And I've got to talk about this because accomplishing goals that you've been putting on the back burner doesn't necessarily mean that you are, doubling down on your ambition and just doing a lot more. For some of us, accomplishing those goals can be getting more rest. That can be, understanding and getting more comfortable with how to delegate more, not just in our businesses, but in our home lives as well. That's also creating a next level life, a next level version of yourself. My name is Jasmine Womack, guys, and ladies and gentlemen, and I am the #1 authority on self-publishing. And when I say self-publishing, again, I'm not just limiting that to books. We're talking about voice amplification. We're talking about transforming your life. And we're also talking about creating the systems, the products, and the services to create life and business changing income. One of the things that I absolutely love about self-publishing, publishing yourself, publishing your voice, allowing yourself to be seen, coming from the shadows and really truly stepping out there. Not just who you think people want to see, and what you think people, who you think you need to be, but actually tapping into that authenticity and stepping into it boldly. One of my mentors reminded me, y'all, my children are coming in from school. One of my mentors reminded me about this verse in Habakkuk that says, but the Bible says to write the vision and make it plain so that he may run who reads it. And oftentimes we limit that verse to writing down our goals and creating our plans for what we want to do, but never do we think about or make an alignment between writing the vision and writing our books. Because when you write your book, of course, it's not just what you see for the future, but it's also what you've experienced. And you want people to take it and not just read it, but actually implement it and get real results. Your book is you compressing. It's a compression, right, of your information. It's a compression of your expertise. It's a compression of your experience. It's a compression of your vision lived out. And every time that you make an excuse or say, hey, it's not the right time, hey, this is going to take too long, every time you make these excuses, not only are you keeping others from their breakthrough, but you're actually holding back on your next level life. Like this 2025, y'all, you guys can see no matter which side of the spectrum you are on, I think that we all can agree that there are some major changes coming, not just to the United States, but worldwide. And there is no other time, there's no better time than now to amplify your voice, to share your experience, and to create your own tables, not just for yourself, but also for the impact of others. And let me tell you something, self-publishing from a writing perspective, I think that we really need to have the conversation around what that looks like, because so many have the misconception that it's going to take a long time, that it has to take a long time, that you've got to block off an entire week or do something extensive or go to an exotic location to actually get results. When that's not the case, you need clarity, you need a blueprint, you need support and strategy to get it done. Because when you go through a process, anyone who has ever written a high-level thought leadership book also can admit to you and tell you that you never come out of it the same way that you went into it. I don't care how many books you write. You're always going to come out on the other end a changed and transformed person. Whether it's your confidence elevates, whether you learn some new strategies to market, whether you get a little bit bolder with each and every book that you write, and you share aspects of yourself, or you share aspects of your experience, or you share aspects of your expertise that you didn't in the previous books. You're going to come out wiser. You're going to come out more skilled. You're going to come out stronger. You're going to come out bolder, ready to talk about the things that need to be talked about, to tackle the issues that need to be tackled, and to help others to get a real breakthrough in their career, their relationships, their finances, their life, or their business. And in doing this work, you become and you evolve and you transform into a better version of yourself. This is self-publishing. It's not just about writing the book and packaging it and selling it. It's literally about transforming into that next level version of yourself, because the things that you have to do are going to require you to become a different person in the process. It's going to require you to show up differently. It's going to require you to share your voice differently. It's going to require you to think differently. And in that, you will never return to the version that you were previously. One of the biggest misconceptions about, if we're talking about self-publishing and writing books, is that it has to take a long time and that you can only package your book with small knickknacks. That is furthest from the truth. Your expertise is literally worth millions. Chances are, if you're watching this or if you're watching the replay, you've already been impacting millions through the work that you do. Whether you've been doing work behind the scenes that's having a massive impact up front, whether the work that you're doing is helping your company or organization keep, manage, or generate millions of dollars, whether you're creating policies that's having a positive impact on people who don't even know that you exist. Your expertise is literally life-changing. And if it wasn't, you wouldn't be in the position that you're in now. If it wasn't, you wouldn't be doing the work that you're doing now. If it wasn't, you wouldn't be in the leadership position that you're in now. If it wasn't, you wouldn't have had the impact in your direct environment that you have now. Your expertise is literally worth millions. Now, what happens once you take that into your own hands and you package it in a different way to create a physical product and to leverage that product to grow, build, start, or expand your online education business? Now we're talking about millions in revenue. And this millions in revenue can be generated in 1 year or over time. Because some people say, well, I haven't even started yet. I want to replace my income. I haven't made it to 6 figures yet. You can make it over time on your own way quicker than you can just waiting on your check to come every single day, now every single month. Now, I'm not one to tell anybody to quit their day job and go into full-time entrepreneurship, but I do believe that everyone should have options. I always say that, because full-time entrepreneurship, honestly, everybody is not cut out for it. You've got to have the mindset for it, right? But everyone should be in business for themselves in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And you should have some type of products and services and brand that you can control on your own that will fuel and help you to publish that next level of your life. Whether it's that next level of your finances, whether that's that next level of your business or whatnot. This is what it's about. But what I see all too often is people making excuses or people falling into the traps of thinking that, oh, it has to take a long time. Unless it takes a long time, it's not worth anything. I see Dr. Goins tuning in here. I think it may have been on Facebook. Dr. Goins wrote his book in 1 day while his wife was at a wedding rehearsal. Within less than a month of release, he made over 10 grand from sales from his book, and now has literally generated over $1 million from his book and related products and services from publishing. But in order to do that, he had to conquer some challenges. He had to overcome some mindsets around pricing. He had to make some changes with his offers and also with how he was packaging and delivering the offers. So we talk about self-publishing. It's literally about going through the changes and making the changes that you have to make in order to create your next level life. And he's here on Facebook, guys. He said his next book is getting ready to come out February 1st. Congratulations, Dr. Goins. Where he was actually able to utilize the same exact process and system that he learned from his first book to now come out with his second book. And all it's going to do is compound, because I know the work he does. He works with colleges and universities. So now he's about to tackle departments in schools all across the United States because he packaged his expertise. And it is literally positioning him, it's literally making him millions. It does not take a long time. I see Dr. Diaz on Facebook as well, who had a goal of writing her book for years, and literally in 8 weeks, she's coming up on a finished product. It doesn't take a long time to create something that's high level, that's highly impactful, and that will generate high levels of income in a multitude of ways. Your expertise is literally worth millions, but it's not going to do anything as long as you're holding on to it, and as long as you're literally hoarding it and thinking about it in your head and thinking about all the ways it won't work or why it's not the right time. There's no better time than now.